Get ready, America. Here comes Rowan and Monkees laughing.
Hey, Goldie, you want to join a group?
Oh, all you guys do is just monkey around.
Recently, the Department of Agriculture allowed the meat packers of America to put chicken meat in their hot dogs.
Is nothing sacred. The great American hot dog is chicken?
No wonder weenie lovers are up in arms. The chicken has replaced the great American weenie.
Hey, now I'm confused. Which came first, the weenie or the egg?
Everybody's talking about the silly chicken weenie. It's really absurd, kid. A weenie's no bird, kid. Out and out murder to the rank murder. Why would anybody mix a doggy with a chickie? That really is foul, kid. It's making us howl, kid. Ow, wow, right out, yow. You may dig your spinach and custard. Chicken doesn't make it with mustard. We don't want no chicken weenie now.
How do you make a Polish weenie? Easy. First you steal an ugly chicken.
Why did the weenie cross the road?
Oh, for some foul reason.
Item, Haiti, voodoo. Priests are casting spells by drawing chalk circles and nailing weenies to the door.
Last night for dinner, I sent out for some finger-licking weenies. Oh!
There, take this super weenie, you yelling yo-yo.
Come out of that chicken coop with your hands up.
Oh, man, ain't nobody here but us weenies.
Item, Detroit. One of the nation's leading meat packers has just recalled 100,000 weenies for defective beaks and claws.
Foxy, the sky is falling. Who are you? Weenie Little I am.
Item, beautiful downtown Burbank. The Burbank Zoo was wiped out last night when meat hijackers made off with the chicken.
Chocolate sauce on turkey is swellish. We don't dig our chicken with relish. We don't want no chicken weenie now. It really isn't kosher. We don't want no chicken weenie now. Chicken not worse. We don't want no chicken weenie now. Ow, ow, ow.
You ever try to pluck a weenie?
Good heavens, I think you must be coming down with weenie pox.
And now, from the bridal suite at the beautiful downtown Burbank Zoo and Lingerie Corsatorium, the herd of laughing hyenas known as Rowan and Monkees' herd of laughing hyenas, starring the head keeper Dan Rowan and his delightful and faithful #1 boy, Dick Martin, with special guest wildlife, the Monkees, who tonight will be seen in the clever disguise of Davy Jones, Mickey Dolenz, and Mike Nesmith. Plus these recently brought back alive delights, Judy Carnes, Artie Johnson, with Ruth Buzzy, Henry Gibson, Goldie Hawn, Alan Sue, who tonight will appear as the beautiful and talented Joanne Worley, and the 5 new trophies, Jeremy Lloyd, Clarissa Gray, Byron Killian, Pamela Rogers, and yours truly, Gary Owen, with Morgul as the friendly growl, who tonight, for the first time anywhere, will sing in his own voice.
Fuzzy.
Wazzy.
Backwards, it sounds like...
Wazzy.
Fuzzy.
I'd be tickled to death to find out.
And don't come back.
And now, direct from the Garden of Eden, here are Dan Rowan and the apple of his eye, Eve Martin.
Happy you could all be with us tonight.
Thank you. It's tough to get 10,000 people in here, but it's...
Hey, I'm certainly happy you could make it.
I'm always happy when I can make it.
Well, What I meant to say, Orville, was that I haven't been seeing you around lately this week.
Well, I've been catching up on my reading. You know, there's a bunch of fascinating items in the Farm Journal.
You've been reading the Farm Journal?
That's funny, so have I.
Isn't that a coincidence?
You know, this week there's a story about a farmer who has a chicken with 3 legs.
I didn't see that. A chicken with 3 legs.
Yep, poor things think she's a camera on a tripod.
Oh, now that'll make a mental case out of any chicken.
Well, the farmer's going nuts because every time she lays an egg, he has to focus her.
Oh, dear. Now, I suppose, according to the cue cards, you're going to tell me that he also has a cow that drinks.
Now, if you don't think that creates a problem, you know, because comes milking time, she sits on the stool.
That's what I mean by contented cow.
I'll say she's contented. Every night, martinis, martinis, martinis.
She drinks martinis?
Well, one morning the farmer milked her and got 4 quarts of stuffed olives.
Oh, dear. Now, how could a cow give stuffed olives?
One at a time and very painfully. Oh.
A petition has been put before this district court requesting rezoning on the basis that this court is too near the airport. Counsel in favour of the move will please state his case.
Yes, Your Honor. There are many of us who feel that the planes are too close, such that they provide too much noise over the tired.
Counsel for the opposition will now speak.
Your Honor, whoever made this petition is completely out of control. For one thing, we're easily half a block away from the airport, and most of the pilots are really nice guys that are...
You have been heard. Now the bench rules.
One moment. How can the court make a decision when I can't even hear what the court is saying?
The bench is...
I can't hear anything you guys are saying because it's all together too loud.
The bench is not able to understand the council's request. Due to the...
Down, we're trying to run an airport next door.
Time now, folk, for another letter to laugh in. $2 are already winging their way to Arthur Brehob of Indianapolis, Indiana, for these 2 dillies. Dilly, dilly.
All right. It works out to about $1 a dilly.
Tyrone, you sure know how to pick a dilly.
If he tries to pick my dilly, I'll break every bone in his body.
Talk me into it, you smooth-talking little beauty. You. Oh, no, that was a dilly.
I've got some good news and some bad news. First, I had a date with Myra Breckenridge last night. Now for the bad news. Neither of them showed up. Think about it.
Hey, let's go out on the porch and neck. Oh, I'm sorry, Mrs. Morrison. I thought you were Marion.
That's all right. Marion's in the den with her father. Want to go out on the porch, little fella?
Without further ado, let's go to the party.
Well, why don't you go ahead? I'm going to wait for further ado.
He'll be along in a minute.
Well, in that case, why don't we meet him inside?
No, I got a better idea. We'll go in and wait for him.
No, I got to go to the party.
Okay, I can't go. You're invited.
Hey, how would you like to come up to my place for the evening?
Promise you'll be good?
Good, I'll be magnificent.
We spent $35 million on the space program. Now, some people say we should have given it to the poor.
Oh, now what do the poor know about running a space program?
Dan? My boyfriend and I went to a computer dating service and found out we're absolutely incompatible. I guess we'll have to give up the apartment.
Is a lousy bridge partner. The only time I know what he's holding in his hand is when it's under the table. On my knees.
Oft when the shepherd is elsewhere, as he seeketh his sheep, it is the eunuch who fleeces the flock.
Say, Goldie, what do you think about the population explosion?
okay with me, Dan, as long as I don't wake up the babies.
I went out with this girl last night. I'm not saying she was frigid, but every time she opened her mouth, a light went on.
My boyfriend looked me right in the eye and said he loved my new see-through blouse, which just proved he didn't really like it.
I say, why shouldn't Rackle Welsh play a man in Myra Breckenridge?
Well, I can give you 2 good reasons.
Oh, yeah? Well, that only answers half the question.
Just my luck, I'll end up with half that shaves.
Well, wait, is Raquel Welch really gonna play Myra Breckenridge?
Yeah, and I'll bet she wins, too.
Somehow she just doesn't seem right for the part.
Yeah, but them parts sure seem right for her.
My poor boy married an awful girl. He has to do the washing, the shopping, and bring her breakfast in bed. But my daughter now, she married a wonderful man. He does all the washing and shopping and brings her breakfast in bed.
You know, I'm terribly disappointed in American women. Everything about them is plastic. Plastic bosoms, plastic surgery, plastic hair. I took a girl out last night, and when I squeezed her, she said, "Mama."
There's no stopping progress. At St. Paul, they put fluoride in the holy water. Attendance went up 40%. Cavities went down 16%.
Right after stuck a feather in his cap and called it macaroni, I get to do my solo, okay?
Cabana.
Backwards sounds like...
Cacabanmanica.
That's easy for you to say.
Of the 99 shows you could be watching at 11:30, only one has cops who think on their feet. Car 54. Every night at 11:30, 10:30 Central on Nick at Nite.
We quit smoking.
We quit smoking. And I didn't think anybody could do that.
Let's quit just like that.
Cigarette helps you break the nicotine addiction, and it works in as little as 7 days.
I thought I was just going to go nuts wanting a cigarette. I never did.
Didn't have the urge to eat anymore.
No way did I want to gain weight, and I was.
No matter how long you've been smoking, with cigarettes, you'll quit or your money back. Guaranteed.
Do what I did. Just order it.
I'd say pick up that phone like I did and call the toll-free number.
Time Magazine has put together a very special free gift for subscribing. It starts with something everyone needs. A telephone. With automatic redial, a ringer shut-off switch, and a mute button. But when you're on the phone, it makes sense to have a calendar handy. So we've added a permanent calendar. And when you need the date, you often need the time, too. So we've included a digital clock. And then for all those important messages, we've built in a memo pad, which means you'll need a place for your pen or pencil. So here's a pen and pencil holder. It all adds up to the Ultronic 4-in-1 phone center. And it's free with your paid subscription to Time. Call this number and enjoy 26 weeks of Time for more than 40% off the cover price. Payable in 3 monthly installments of just $9.89 each. Call 1-800-284-5200 now. It's the most remarkable offer Time has ever assembled, including this handsome 4-in-1 phone center. Free.
Teacup.
Now that's a big girl. My pedal pine tree. It hung around. I'm brought you this bunch of flowers. I brought you this box of candy. I'd like a book on fairy tales.
Board meeting in 2 minutes, Mr. Schlosser. And the chief says to hop to it.
Well, now, perhaps you are a bit overweight, Mrs. London, but don't let that worry you. And you shouldn't let these remarks that people make about your weight disturb you. Why, for heaven's sakes, you should realize that many people, very often, are cruel and unthinking.
So true.
And those remarks should... Now, you just lie right down there, Mrs. London. Well, now, look what you've done, you big fat slob.
We say there's more to this life than only what we lose across the nation. We advance the information in a way we hope will amuse you. We just love to give you a view. Ladies and gents, let's look at the
And now with the news of the present, here's the man to whom the news wouldn't be the news without the news. Here's Dickie Bird.
That's just Dickie, no bird.
Oh. Here's a man without a bird. Here's Dickie.
Okay. Washington, D.C. A highly placed official of the State Department declared today that if the United States continues to sign alliances and peace treaties at the present rate, should World War III break out, we would find ourselves fighting on both sides. The Burbank Wife Swapping and Volunteer Firemen Association answered a record number of house calls last night in spite of the heavy rain. Underline that one. Hollywood. Some of the biggest films of the recent years will be combined in a film festival next year. Truman Capote will write the screenplay for Sister George Meets Butch Cassidy and shows her true grit. Hey. Take it away, Goldie.
Here with the news of the...
Goldie, let me help you tonight. I'll say it, and then you repeat it, all right?
Okay.
All right. Here with the news of the future 20 years from now is Dan Rowan. How was that?
Not bad, Danny boy, but keep up the good work, and someday you'll have your own show. Maybe. I mean, don't call us, we'll call you. Maybe.
Yes, all right. You gone now, Goldie? Berlin in 1989, 20 years from now. With space travel becoming commonplace, the German government today announced its first commercial passenger flight to the moon. Safety instructions posted in the cabin were as follows. In the event of an emergency, the crew will throw out the excess equipment. The first-class passengers will throw out the baggage, and the second-class passengers will throw out the third-class passengers. 1989, 20 years from now. A plea for a stricter motion picture code was made today by Jack Valenti in The Nude before the Producers Guild, who rated his body X.
Now, laughing news goes clanking through the halls of history to the days of King Arthur's court, when knighthood was in flower.
Sire, I am Sir Lancelot, and I am here to be knighted.
Sire, I am Sir Galahad, and I am here to be knighted.
Sire, I am Sir Gawain, and I am here to be knighted.
I'd best hurry. Any fool can see the nights are getting shorter.
Sports amigos. Here's the sportscaster.
Cumba, charo.
most likely
place
to
of
be
yours.
a sport in his own house, the one and only old number uno himself. That old Big Al, take it away, you number uno.
Hi, Big Al here on the old basketball diamond. Featurette. Oh, good heavens, someone's caught my tinkle. Oh, lock the doors and bar the windows. There's a tinkle snatcher in our midst. Oh, well, the show must go on. Tinkle, how I do miss it. I just returned from a hectic 5 days in Spain where I took part in the running of the bulls. Believe me, those bulls aren't running away. They're running around looking for people. If there's anything I can't stand, it's a hateful bull. Snort, snort. I had a narrow escape. I almost got gored in my frioli. Oh, the pain in Spain. Heavens to Elizabeth. After last week, I'm convinced the only good bulls is a 2,000-pound hamburger. Adios, amigos.
I have some good news and some bad news. First, I got the lead in my school play. Now for the bad news. We're doing Mr. Roberts.
I wouldn't work for Lawrence Welk. I wouldn't work for Lawrence Welk. You and your big mouth.
Taxi!
Zebra.
What is it, Pammy baby booty?
I fell asleep in the sun and burnt my whole left side. What should I do?
Well, I'd turn the other cheek.
Automatic shotgun back on page 394. Hello,
Dad,
Foley.
hi. You know what? My little parakeet started talking.
No kidding. What did he say?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't understand parakeet.
How do you clean a parakeet? Good. Another dirty parakeet joke.
Oh, it's a super weenie joke.
Hey, David.
Hey, Byron.
What's full of straw and wears a mask?
That's the Lone Manger.
Mickey. Are you there? Wait a minute. This is hey, Mickey. Hey, this is you knocking yourself out.
What's
This is me forgetting my joke. I wonder why electricians are always broke.
Oh, it's because they always, every day.